Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Dave Piersaul here from the most wholesome YouTube channel on the internet. And here we are, back again for another reaction. More so a technical analysis this time. Doing a little switch up on the channel. We're gonna try to do technical analysis only. As you guys know, if you're in the Discord, you know what's up. Join the Discord, the link in the description below. But we've been having some blocking of the videos recently, and we got like 2 to 3 videos that are coming out 2 to 3 days after the fact. That's just not good, because when I'm doing a reaction, I have to like kind of go with the time. The video just released, you want to release it. You kind of got like a 1-day window to release the video, or the video starts to die down. And when the video dies down, reactions die down, etc. You get the point. And I just don't want to go through it. So we're going to try the technical analysis. I know you guys really want to see my reaction on some things. Not going away. We're going to do some indie reactions like Carolina Polachek. We'll do some more indie hip hop. Some more indie K-pop stuff that you guys like, stuff that's not too big, that won't get blocked, but the big music labels are gonna block this stuff. Let's see how this goes. We also got some more ideas that I will announce in the future, but until then, let's jump into the video. But before we do that, we gotta set the ambience, and if you don't know what that means get your tea ready. Put the headphones on.
A technical analysis with David Elijah Piersaul.
All right, so right off the rip, Jack Harlow's definitely amping up the visuals, which comes with the success. I mean, the man has went from 0 to 100 real quick, for lack of a better term. This video looks crazy. I did not expect it. I thought it was gonna be like because he's kind of known for his average like point and shoot performance videos, because his kind of his swagger and his lyricism is kind of like his thing. Especially when he was in Kentucky, they had like the point and shoot stuff, but even recently, like in the last year or so, it was more point and shoot. Even if they did amp up like some of the shot styles, whether it be jib, Ronin, Steadicam, or just handheld, shaky stuff, tripod, it was still performance. Right off the rip, we're seeing, and it's Big Sean is featured in the video. So, I mean, Big Sean's visuals are always insane. So I would expect that the visuals, when he collaborates with Jack Harlow, got to be insane as well. So we're not going to pause too much. Let's just watch it through and kind of break down some of the lighting and stuff. We're going to take it a little bit slower. So what's interesting about, first of all, what I notice about this video is when you got a video at this caliber, first of all, this is a one take, right? So far, at least. You have to light the room for actors to move through the place rather than light the actor in that whatever respective spot that they are. That's like a Hollywood level type of lighting process. And why I say that is because usually when you're working on a Hollywood set or something, not really a Hollywood set, but sets that are bigger where you have actors doing multiple things throughout one specific space, you're actually lighting the entire room to look as if it would look if you just walked into it. If let's say a bar, for instance, if I'm going into a bar, I don't notice the lights, it just is lit so I can see. Cinema lighting doesn't quite work that way, right? It's supposed to look like that to the human eye. When we're watching it on film, it's supposed to look like a normal restaurant like we see here. But you want it specifically to make the people look good. That's the whole idea, especially when music videos, when you're talking about Jack Harlow. You might see in films where someone might walk in darkness for a couple of seconds and into the light. That's not really practiced that much in music videos, because the whole emphasis is on making the artist and anyone in the video look super crispy. There's a few exceptions, but for the most part, that's the case. So we can see right off the rip that there's tons of practicals in here. I mean, look at this. We got the practical from this jukebox that says the lyrics on there, which is hard. That's really cool. Or not the lyrics, but the name of the song. I wonder how they did that. I wonder if they just comped it on there and tracked that in like some sort of compositing software. But right off there, we see 3 practicals right here, one on the left, which actually looks like, does that look like the color temperature is like different from the other ones? What I mean by practicals, if you're new to the channel, this is your first time watching it, is practical lights, meaning that they practically fit into the scene. A lamp, for instance, makes sense to be inside of this restaurant. And what I was about to say is that these colored, see, these are like kind of like CTO, kind of like half CTO, which is color temperature orange. That means they're oranger on the spectrum. This one looks like it's a different color, and I wonder if it's just like a color grading thing. A lot of times it is, because people working on these videos are like A1 professionals. Lots of practicals. But what I meant is that they probably have lights above that we're not seeing. Now there's a lot of times where it begins to get like super indistinguishable between like VFX and not, because you have like Dave Meyers videos where there's like light hitting the face and they'll pan up to the roof or something like that for whatever transition, and you'll see there's no lights there. That is like I believe that they're doing just tons of VFX to hide the lights that are there, comping something in there to replace the lights. That's like another level. It gets to the point where it's indistinguishable from reality. That's like top-notch filmmaking, but we don't see that here. I believe they probably have some sort of light hitting Jack's face here. You see right here, we're kind of getting this Rembrandt look. If you're not familiar with the Rembrandt look, that is like a, so there was, I can't remember the painter's name. I think his name was actually Rembrandt or whatever, something like that. But he was infamous for kind of understanding how light hit the face, the human face. And when you shine a light, like I do right here, from the right or left of someone's face, without bringing some sort of bounce to their face, you get this like triangle under whichever light or whichever eye is opposite to the light. So for me, I have a key on my right side, probably looks left to you, but a key on my right side. It means I would have a Rembrandt here if I didn't have like some sort of bounce here hitting my face from the other side. It's kind of a common practice because it just kind of, people kind of got a taste for it. We kind of liked it because we're so used to looking at Renaissance time painting that we kind of have an eye for it. And it's almost like an acquired taste. Let's keep going. Let's skip through a little bit actually. So the still thing is really cool. So there's a lot of ways you can do something like this. Honestly, it's really a lot harder than you might think to actually just get people to stay still. But this is so technically insane. I would imagine they did something different other than just having these people be as still as possible. The camera is moving so frequently where it's hard to kind of capture a little bit of mishaps of someone like maybe jiggling a little bit. It's really these shots like this where you see like someone holding a wine glass where it begins to be like, okay, wow, what did they do here? Really outside of my wheelhouse. There's a couple of guesses I could take. You know, maybe they had some sort of virtual background. They have those virtual green screens now where the room doesn't even exist and people are just there, and then they're literally just moving the camera through virtual space. I doubt that's the case. It seems like a very inefficient way of doing it. I don't know why, but it's not my wheelhouse, so I don't know. That looks like my friend Liz right there. Just a little side note. It doesn't matter. I'm sorry, it's stupid. Anyways. That is Drewski. I don't know why this man is in everyone's video, but he is in the video. Some people add comedians to their videos. It's like a clout thing. If you didn't know, that's kind of a filmmaker's thing as well, because you know, when I'm directing videos or trying to get people in videos, we're always looking for the biggest clout chasers on the internet. This is a good cut right here. I wonder if this is a virtual transition, because it looks like this person is comped into the frame. You see that? And we add a little flare. I wonder if that flare was kind of there to add like a distraction to like maybe like a flawed comp or something like that. Who knows? It looks super crispy. It doesn't look like there's anything flawed here, but to assume that they just put a flare there for no reason is kind of odd, but it looks super cool. It looks nice. They could have actually just had someone walk through the frame. Oh, I think you can actually, oh, never mind. I thought for a second you can see the cut. You see this right here? We can go frame by frame. See Drewski right here to the right? He's still there. It cuts. Interesting. It's so quick that you would miss it if you didn't you'd go frame by frame. Sorry to the filmmakers for doing that. Obviously, this is a way better video than I've ever created, but that's cool to see that little cut in there. Yo, another thing that I like about this is, so it's called, like, when you're motivating from a light, which you'll hear a lot if you're on like a set working with a gaffer who's like experienced. They're going to say, what do you want to motivate the light from? Or they'll give you suggestions on motivation. Pretty much that means, like I was mentioning before, you want lights to look like they're coming from a source that is already practical to the environment. Meaning, if I have a lamp, I want to add to that lamp. The lamps are typically not bright enough to actually light a place up other than what we're used to. But for film and for the camera, usually not. So you want to add some sort of motivation. So here we got the lamp directly behind Harlow. You see that? That is so close to him that actually I'm pretty sure that that is like is strictly his backlight. People call it different names: edge light, backlight, whatever. Strictly behind him being in backlight, because your backlight doesn't have to be that strong. It just needs to create like a distance, almost like a separation from that person in the background. But the rest of the light hitting the room is motivated from that singular lamp, because we associate turning on a lamp with lighting a room up, right? That's what lamps are for, to light a room up. Like, it used to be candles, now it's lamps. You get it. And that's why I like the idea that they actually didn't go for like the very soft K-poppy typical performance shot, because you have these shadows, those Rembrandts, those triangles under Jack's eyes here, which is which is like what we associate with a lamp type lighting. It's kind of like harsh, ugly lighting for the most part. They're not really meant to look good on a human face, but they did it in a way that's flattering, makes sense to the scene, and kind of sets the mood. It's really up to a cinematographer, director, when they're working together, whether they want to decide to make an artist look incredible or they want it to fit the vibe. And for hip hop, I've noticed that a lot of the times it's a combination, it's a balance between the two. You have the whole idea of hip hop videos are swagger and kind of setting the ambience, like this character can do almost anything that they want. And by doing that, you have to create an environment where that person can live. For K-pop, on the other hand, I know you guys here watch a lot of K-pop videos. They never follow that rule. It's always soft skin. It's always because it's less about, even though the videos are incredible, it's less about the videos in their instance and creating like an ambience for them or like a vibe for them, more about making them look like untouchable and like Barbie, a stick or whatever that word would be. But I've noticed that with rap videos recently. They're meant to look like dark and gritty or sexy. You know what I mean? Let's continue. Let's skip through a couple bit actually, because we're only like a couple seconds into the video. The movement is really nice, coming in, swooping in and out. I love that stuff. Shave your beard. Let's keep going. So yeah, this is. I'm actually not a big fan of red and green lighting. No judge, but like I've only seen a few instances where I actually like it. Even when I try it, I feel like I can't do a good job at it. It's a little weird, and it seems like it's like a kind of like a trope within amateur filmmakers. I think is like throwing some red or some blue or like very obvious complementing colors. Look, it's funny that they're playing off the whole idea of like the whatever she's doing, and is this OnlyFans or something? Yeah. So this is like a great example of incredible complementing color lightings. Sorry, there's a truck outside. Probably messing up the audio. I apologize in advance. But yeah, they got this purple kind of, what is this, turquoise lighting? This is a great example of it. This is insane, actually. While it's hitting their faces very softly in the front, it's really there to set the vibe in the back, hitting the carousel. That is what I'm most impressed with, to be completely honest. This looks super nice, actually. And the way they came into it, and then they have these beam lights, which I still don't know the name of. I need to look that up. But I see those in music videos. I don't even know what you would call those. It seems like it's more of a stage lighting thing. Twerk. It's the most wholesome YouTube channel on the internet. I apologize. I did not know there were booty cheeks in the video. I'll try to see if I can. I'll see if I can try to get it out. Let's keep going. I'm sorry. That's so disrespectful to my channel. I can't understand like obviously these artists need to conform to everything that I'm doing on the channel, and it's frustrating to me that they're putting girls twerking into the video. Like, I bring life to their videos, into their music. Honestly, their Spotify numbers go up every time I post a reaction. So for them to put twerk videos knowing that I'm, kind of carrying their career is just kind of frustrating. This movement's crazy. I don't know how they're doing this, if I'm being completely honest. I can take guesses, but it's so flawless that I'm like, okay, how? This is insane. Is that G-Eazy? I'm gonna say it again. I think Big Sean's one of the, he's one of those rappers who kind of gets skipped over for, I know a lot of people do have him in kind of their top 5, but he's consistent. Big Sean is a very consistent artist. And he does have also his albums are, I don't think I've heard a bad album by Big Sean, which is interesting to say, because whenever I'm talking with friends about top 5s, Big Sean is never in the talks, unless I'm talking to someone who is really, is really into the kind of conscious rap type thing. Usually if someone's favorite rapper, from my experience, usually when I talk to a friend whose favorite rapper is J. Cole, Big Sean is somewhere in the top 5. I personally, never mind, I'm not going to talk about my opinions here. This is wholesome. Let's not diss any artists. And plus, it's 2020. You got to be careful. All right. So I love how they added body, now I'm not trying to be gay or anything, but I truly believe that when you get to this level of filmmaking, they add shine to the artist's body. Is Big Sean glistening like that on the normal? Maybe, but I don't think that's the case for the video. I think they got this stuff called like skin, like photo skin or something like that like photographers will buy for like models to look like they're like shining all the time. It's like a very subtle but not reflective like lotion, almost like covering that they put on their skin. I think that's what they got here for Big Sean, something like that. Let's talk about color coordination. You got these really pastel beiges in the frame. This is nice color coordination. Beiges, and like on the same spectrum of like a beige brown is kind of like an earthy, kind of mustardy yellow, which is what we see here. But while you're consistent with the beiges, even in skin tones, in the browns and like the kind of like light, like kind of gross yellows back here that are kind of concealed in darkness and more natural to the location. We have Big Sean standing out with the more vibrant, but still pastel-y type of yellow coat that separates him, not only from the background, but from everyone else in the room. Let's skip through a couple bit. We see the same performance shots. He's pre-cum, really a wholesome channel. Let's keep going. The movement on this is wild. Like, how did they move the camera like that, but also keep it still? The fact that Jack Harlow's collaborating with Big Sean just shows, bro, that he just blew up so quick. That's insane. I am starting to like these upside down shots that people are doing. I'm thinking, so you have these like thing called gyro gimbals that I've seen where people like, it's like a crane and it comes in and out like this and it spins. It has like a, if you know like a Ronin or a Movi or some sort of like 3-axis gimbal, they have these new ones that are like, that they can, it's like almost like that, but on a crane, which gives you like ultimate control and ultimate stabilization. And it's like moving in and out just like that. And I think that's how they're doing these type of shots. Also, a Steadicam op could do something like this as well, but it's like a lot more challenging. Let's keep going. Yeah, I'm not really seeing much more here as far as like lighting breakdowns, composition stuff. The composition is incredible across the board. The movement is very silky, very cutting to the artist, picking the best performance shots that look good and to their taste. I always wonder how many edits like someone at this caliber would have for a music video. All right, guys, as always, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about this video? Are you a fan of Jack Harlow? Are you a fan of Big Sean? Who are you here for? I like both of these artists, obviously. This music video is super crispy. Shout out to the filmmakers who made it. And I don't know, it's just another level. I love how they go from like the ugly like bar colors to like the very vibrant purple and blues. There's a lot of things I like in this video, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But most of all, join the Discord. The link is in the description below, and we can talk about it more there in our hip hop channel. And if you want to check out some of the other music channels, you can as well. We got tons: K-pop, Vietnamese, or not K-pop, Korean, Vietnamese, pop, electronic and synth wave. All types of cool stuff, and then minus the music video, or like the music videos, behind the scenes, the like movies, film, all that cool stuff that we check out on the Discord as well. And we just reached the 444 song event, which we just did. It was a total of, I think, about 28, almost 30 hours. We just finished it last night, where we listened to 444 songs back to back, nonstop, and you will not believe what happened at the end. If you want to see what happened at the end of that, which is actually insane, go to the Discord and ask one of the mods and we'll tell you. But anyways, until next time, peace.
I work from Sunday to Sunday at BNA on the runway. I took a meeting at 10 after 2, pull right up after the gun range. I got a circle that worry about the code, but clientele that working under the road to stay on the low. Me and my bro just linked up and went half on the coat. Hell no.